Around 300,000 years ago, something remarkable emerged in Africa, a new kind of human, Homo sapiens. In Latin, the name means wise man. And that raises an interesting question. Were we named for what we are or for what we hope to become?
See the spark in the mud. Every hard road made a better blood. Still learning how to human.
Today, Homo sapiens are the only surviving species of the genus Homo. But our survival wasn't accidental. Our brains evolved rapidly, likely in response to changing climates, shifting environments, and increasingly complex social lives. And those larger brains changed everything. As our brains became larger and more complex, humans began spending more time growing up, more time learning, more time dependent on others, and that meant something else had to evolve too. Care, protection, family, community. To become more intelligent, we also had to become more vulnerable for longer and more connected for survival and growth. And maybe that became one of humanity's greatest strengths. Not that we were the strongest or the fastest, but that we learned how to cooperate with one another. And then came one of the most powerful developments in human history, language. Spoken language likely emerged with or even before modern humans, but eventually our communication became extraordinarily rich and complex. We didn't just learn to communicate, we learned to share knowledge and to teach it across generations. We learned we could share ideas, to organize around shared beliefs and goals, imagine things that didn't yet exist, tell stories, create meaning, connect deeper to our communities. And maybe that was the real turning point. Because before humans changed the world, we first had to imagine a different one. Every invention we'll explore in this series, fire, the wheel, cities, religion, artificial intelligence, it all began at first in the human imagination. Before it existed in the world, it existed in our mind. Cave paintings, jewelry, music, symbols, all of these evidence that humans were beginning to think beyond immediate survival. And perhaps one of the deepest parts of being human is becoming aware that life ends, that one day we will die. Maybe that awareness changed us forever, because suddenly humans weren't just surviving the present, we were thinking about the future. We were thinking about legacy, about purpose, about what comes after us. In The Dragons of Eden, Carl Sagan explored the idea that the evolution of the human brain gave us something unique, the ability to reflect on ourselves, to think not about survival, but about existence, about our future, and about who we are. Eventually, humans stopped simply searching for food. We began to produce it. Agriculture changed everything. Because once survival became more stable, humans gained something incredibly powerful: time. Time to think, time to create, time to invent, time to wonder. And from there, we transformed the world. We created enough food to feed billions. We built buildings that protect us from extreme environments. We designed technologies that allow us to communicate across the planet. We found ways to extend human life, and we explored the depths of the ocean. We even reached into space. We became artists, scientists, explorers, inventors, storytellers. For the first time in Earth's history, our species became capable of reshaping the entire planet, which reveals something important about us. Every time humans gain more power, we also increase our impact, for better or for worse. Large populations brought waste and disease. Landscapes were reshaped to serve us. Wild habitats disappeared. Species vanished. Extinction accelerated. The same mind capable of creating beauty is also capable of destruction. The same species that paints caves also wages war. The same intelligence that heals disease can create suffering on unimaginable scales. So maybe being wise isn't just about intelligence. Maybe to be wise means something deeper. Not simply the ability to change the world, but the ability to ask, what kind of world are we creating? What if becoming human was never just about evolving bigger brains, but about learning how to carry the responsibility that came with them? One of the most extraordinary things about being human is not our intelligence or our ability to survive, but the ability to live in the tension of our differences. And still, we move forward together. Different tribes, different beliefs, different languages, different ways of seeing the world, and yet somehow, humans learn to cooperate at scales no other species ever has. And what's fascinating is that modern science suggests cooperation may not just be a social choice. It may actually be a part of our biology. Humans are deeply social creatures. When we bond, when we help one another, when we share, we care for each other, Our brains release chemicals called oxytocin, associated with trust, attachment, safety, and connection. Acts of generosity and cooperation can literally calm the nervous system. Connection helps regulate us. It conserves our energy. Isolation harms us. It increases our stress load. And yet, so much of human history has also been shaped by scarcity, the fear that there won't be enough food, enough safety, enough resources, enough security. So we hold tightly to what we have, often still searching for more, afraid there won't be enough. And sometimes, without even realizing it, we fail to notice what it costs others. But abundance surrounds us. And maybe scarcity isn't always the absence of abundance, but the fear of letting go. We live on a planet capable of extraordinary generosity, and yet starvation still exists. We produce enough food to feed humanity, and yet millions remain hungry. Maybe that's one of the greatest tensions of being human. We are capable of extraordinary cooperation and extraordinary selfishness, capable of building systems that care for each other, or systems that concentrate power and leave others behind. But perhaps wisdom begins when we recognize this, that flourishing may never have been something humans were meant to do alone. Humanity's greatest strength may be cooperation, and our greatest danger may be forgetting that we need each other. As we enter a new world shaped by technology, power, and possibilities, may we always remember we were never meant to merely survive, but to flourish together.